Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I am Sunil Milwani and today we will be doing this chapter called as standard deviation. Let's see this. Calculate standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Class is given 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15, 15 to 18, 18 to 21. Frequency 2, 7, 10, 12, 9, 6, 4. Right? Once you've done this, the first thing that you have to do is you have to find out midpoint x. You have to find out midpoint x. Now midpoint x is upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. So this is 1.5, 4.5, 7.5, 10.5, 13.5, 16.5, 19.5. Once you have midpoint x, then you find out fx. How do you find out fx? You multiply these two terms. So this will give you 3, this will give you 31.5, 1075, 126, 121.5, 99 and 78. Add this column, this will give you sigma f, this addition is 50. Add this column will give you sigma fx, this addition is 534. Mean is given by the formula sigma fx upon sigma f, right? That's 534 divided by 50. When you divide this, you get 10.68, right? Now, find out x square. Right? So if I do x, straight away I can do fx square. So what you have to do is multiply fx by x. That's another way of solving the sum. Multiply 3 by 1.5, that will give you fx square. There are two ways of doing it. Either I find x square and then multiply it by f, or I multiply fx with x, that will also give me fx square. So that will make the sum a little shorter for you. So 3 into 1.5, that will give you 4.5, 141.8, 562.5, 1323, 1640, then 1634, 1521. Add this column, the addition of this column is sigma fx square, which will come to 6827. Right?
141.75.
141 I've rounded that up. 141.75, I've rounded it.
fx squared now.
Yeah, fx square. That's fx square. Okay. Now, standard deviation is given by the formula sigma fx square upon sigma f minus sigma fx upon sigma f the whole square. This can be written as square root of 6827 divided by 50 minus 534 divided by 50 the whole square. Right? When you solve this, this will be square root of 136.5 minus 114.1. When you subtract this, you will get this as 22.4676. Square root of which is 4.74. So your standard deviation is going to be 4.74, right? Once you have this, then you can find out coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is standard deviation upon mean into 100. That's 4.74 divided by mean. That's 10.68 into 100. When you solve this, you will get this as 44.38. So my coefficient of variation is 44.38. Fine, do we get this? Now, I'll give you a couple of sums of this kind to solve on your own. I'll write the sum on the other side. This is the next type. We have done a couple of types before. This is the next type of sums that you have. Now, question 2, same. Find standard deviation and coefficient of variation. They've given you that class interval is 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. And number of shops on class interval frequency 3, 5, 8, 3, 1. Exactly like the previous sum you have to do. The method is given to you. You should be able to calculate this. The answer for this you should get is, you will get the answer for mean as 22. Standard deviation you will get as 10.54, and coefficient of variation you will get as, okay, there is no coefficient of variation in this. You have to only find out standard deviation for this sum. Right? Let's give you another sum, guys. Same kind of sum. Find standard deviation. Class. The class interval is 22 to 26, 26 to 30, 30 to 34, 34 to 38, 38 to 42, 42 to 46, right? And frequency is given to you as 10, 12, 18, 20, 17 and 13. Right? Same like the previous sum. You got to solve for mean and standard deviation. When you solve this, you will get the value of mean. Answer for this, you should get the value of mean as 34.71 and standard deviation is 6.19. Right? Another sum of the same kind. Find standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Class interval is given to you 10 to 19, 20 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59 and 60 to 69. Frequency is given to you as 3, 7, 15, 25, 10, 10. Now, one unique thing about this sum is that here the class interval is not continuous, right? If the class interval is not continuous, while finding standard deviation, you do not have to make it continuous. So you will take the class interval as it is. So midpoint of 10 and 19 will be 14.5. Please do not make the class interval continuous by reducing the lower limit by 0.5 and increasing the upper limit by 0.5. You do not have to make the class interval continuous in this. Do we understand this? Now, the answer for this should be mean is going to be 43.36. Standard deviation should be 13.04. And coefficient of variation should be 30.08%. Right? Another sum of the same kind. Class find standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Class is given to you as 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45. Right? Frequency is given to you as 6, 5, 15, 10, 5, 4 and 3, 2. Same method, you still do the sum by the same method. The answer for this should be, you should get the value of mean as 21.20. Standard deviation should be 9.10 and coefficient of variation should be 42.92%. Right? This finishes all the sums of this type. We will stop this here for the day. Thank you very much.